a cat and mouse game.
They just promise you all these things.
Great, here's the fee, and then rug pull, gone.
I had to sell my house so I could pay off the line of credit.
They are ruthless, highly intelligent, and will stop at nothing to get your money.
Our life is going to change.
Creative, brazen, and downright corrupt. Just some of the terms law enforcement officials use to describe this specific type of online scam. The first time that you heard about this type of scam, what was your initial reaction?
Well, I think it was just kind of, initially it was a little bit of shock, right?
Social media is so ingrained in today's society that nearly everyone leaves digital footprints in the online world. Criminals are keenly aware of this fact and are also extremely efficient at tracking down victims who have already been scammed.
Yeah, pay the fee. Okay, great, here's the fee, and then see you. Rug pull, gone. Yeah. And they just hit you twice.
The scammers look and sound legit, using highly produced commercials and websites to lure victims. They promise to help recover stolen funds, when what they're really looking for is to double dip and steal more money.
It's nothing to them. It's just another 5-second email or whatever they send out, right? Just hoping to get a bite.
In this episode, we'll hear from Detectives Trevor Simotik and Scott Abbott of the EPS Financial Crimes Unit regarding the rise of funds recovery scams, how they work, and the red flags that online users should be watching out for. I'm Adam Cook, and this is The Con Job. Okay, so this is very interesting. We're covering, this is officially called the Funds Recovered Scam, otherwise known as the old double whammy. But maybe explain how it works, because you're basically victimized twice?
Yeah, the double whammy is a good way to explain it. So basically what happens is, especially when organized crime groups are involved in defrauding people, once a person's been victimized through another scam, whether that's a romance scam or a grandparent scam, they can expect, as a matter of course, that they're going to be reached out to either through email, typically through email, by a group that says, hey, we've become aware that you've been a victim of a scam and we can help you recover the money that you lost. So this is the introduction of the funds recovered scam. Yeah. And typically the victim will respond to that because, you know, they're despondent from the loss based on being victimized of another type of scam, and they're looking for some hope in terms of recovering their money and you know, getting their lives back on track. So
the criminals are basically taking advantage of the, as you said, I mean, they're desperate to kind of recover whatever they've lost, so they circle back to them and hit them again.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And what kind of timeline are you looking at? Like, how quickly would that occur after the initial scam?
There isn't like a specific timeline. So I think what's happening is with some of the organized crime groups, whether they're nationally or internationally or whatever, they're just sharing that information of contacts, right? So if a person's been a victim of a fraud, they've been identified as somebody who will respond and potentially could be victimized again.
They're a target.
And that's, yes, and that's where the funds recovered scam comes in. They could portray themselves as a company or as a quasi law enforcement agency or something like the government agency. So we've seen very legitimate, professional looking emails from you know, scammers trying to portray themselves as a government agency or a person in a position of authority or whatever that says, hey, we know you've been scammed. We know you lost a significant amount of money. They don't get into specifics, of course, but we can help you.
The latest one I'm kind of working on right now is about 150,000 Canadian that someone has lost. And how that one transpired was that they were having some problems transferring money. And within the cryptocurrency ecosystem, they were doing different networks. They were having problems. So what they did was they went on a Discord channel and started to ask for help. Well, they got some help, but they got help from someone who pretended to be a support person for that Discord channel.
Yeah.
And they said, in order to help you out, here's the link to open up a ticket.
Wow.
And once they clicked that link to open up that work ticket, that's where they went.
Yeah.
And started giving information and they lost that money immediately.
How common is this specific scam in the Edmonton area?
I would say, if you fell victim to another scam anytime in your life before, you need to be very aware of this and scrutinize any type of email or contact that you're getting where somebody's going to say that they can help you recover funds lost from previous scam. Even if you've been a victim of a scam and you go on to Google and you search, you need to be very skeptical of the search results and the websites that you're being referred to, because those very well could be the same bad actors.
The bad guy will pay Google or whatever money to get their ad to pop up first, right? And they'll see it, 100% guaranteed. They click on it, add in their information, and then you're immediately giving everything to the bad guy. And pay the fee. Okay, great, here's the fee. And then see you, rug pull, gone. And they just hit you twice.
It is a target-rich environment, and it also speaks to the organization, I think, of some of these groups and the collection of data that they're building on people.
You think they're sharing? They're obviously they're sharing the data.
I think they are, or it's a big group doing multiple scams out of the same area or whatever. They're kind of running it like an organized business, right? Where they're trying to maximize their profits in any way they can, basically.
Wow. So you get scammed, you're looking for help. What's your first initial step?
Well, I think your first step is to report it to the police and make sure you're keeping good records, documenting everything.
Does that mean like screenshots?
Screenshotting things, copies of screenshots of text messages, copies of emails, if you can make notes on conversations and stuff like that. And secondly, check out the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre website. You might want to report the scam to them because they collect information on all the current scams that are going on nationally. And check out the EPS website. There's lots of good information on the website about fraud prevention and scam awareness and what to do if you are a victim and how to sort of collect that information to be helpful for the police to investigate.
You can report suspected fraud to the Edmonton Police Service or your local police department. The Con Job is a production of the Edmonton Police Service. Follow us on your favorite podcast player. On behalf of EPS Corporate Communications, I'm Adam Cook.